Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and another appearance from LGC, who delighted us with his previous rainbow crop key. So this is rainbow crop key 2. I'm looking forward to giving it a go. The theme is about the potential differences that different coloured dots may give. We will have a look at that in a moment. Looking forward to it. But don't forget that on Patreon, we have loads of extra content. This month's Patreon reward, Sudoku Hunt, was Caroline's Halloween Adventure by the Paint by Numbers Institute, featuring SM Marcus 100, Panthera and the Asylum. Brilliant puzzles, Japanese sums, featuring a picture at the end. I particularly recommend, what was it called? Spider-Man Has Only Got a Bicycle, or something was the title of the puzzle. Brilliant. Anyway, that is great stuff on Patreon, and there are solution videos for the $3 a month Patreons every month for those, and for all the patrons who are paying, there are crossword videos, connections videos, extra content. So do check it all out. It's fabulous stuff, and we recommend it highly. Now, what else have we got going on? We've got all of our apps, which do feature Domino Sudoku. That's very relevant today, and Killer Sudoku, amongst the 11 apps that we have, 3 of which are approachable apps. So do check them out if you want to just brush up your Sudoku skills, learn some of the variants, or just have something to speed through at a tea break. Those are great puzzles for that. Some of the best puzzles in the world, frankly, are on the apps. And it's an opinion, but it's almost incontestable. Now, what else is going on? We've got, of course, Sven's SUDOKU PAD and our merchandise on the links under the video. Here is the newest bit of merch, one of Simon's favourite people, and you can even see on that shirt where the secret has been revealed. So it's been requested. That's why we've done that one. So do check out the links under the video. The first one, though, is to this puzzle, Rainbow Crop Key 2 by LJC. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. We're going to try and put 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box, as per normal. Digits in a cage may not repeat and sum to the given total, like 10, or parity, like even, or inequality, like greater than 10. No 3 contiguous cells in a row or column can be all even or all odd. Now, I did not notice that rule when I was glancing through the rule set earlier. That's probably going to be important. So it's a good thing I do bother to read them out to you, because then I read them out to myself. No 3 contiguous cells in a row or column can be all even or all odd. So that 3 that I've highlighted can't be all one parity. This is, I think, the Binero rule. It does make for some very interesting solves. Okay, so that's in this puzzle. Digits separated by a coloured dot must have a difference between them indicated by the colour of the dot. All dots of the same colour or letter indicate the same difference, and 2 different coloured dots may not represent the same difference. So these C's will all be the same difference between those two, between the 2 cells in these 3 dominoes, but that difference will be different from the differences in, for instance, F or H, because they are different letters and different colours. So you can see that we've tried to get the rainbow going around here. Red, yellow, orange, green, blue, indigo. But then we've run out of really distinguishable colours, so I've gone grey and white. But we've thrown in the letters for not just the colourblind, but frankly for anybody. I find there's going to be a pair here that are difficult. Some people find this green and yellow difficult to distinguish. Here I would say the red and orange for me are the harder ones to tell apart as colours. Anyway, do give it a try. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Where do we start? Do we start in this central circle of different... I feel like that is telling me something about the middle cell and its parity. And it might be something important. There's probably algebra you could do. If you said X, Y, Z, and you worked out the differences, I suspect it's telling me that the middle cell is odd. But I don't know that, and I don't know how to quite do that. One of these, obviously, okay, here's what I do know. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are all different letters and therefore colours, and therefore they're all different differences. Now, the minimum difference you can have between two digits in a Sudoku is obviously 1, but the maximum is 8. The difference between the lowest and the highest, 1 and 9. So all of those differences are represented, and therefore 8 is represented, and therefore one of these pairs is a 1-9 pair. And that means 1 and 9 aren't in the central circle, the central cell. That's about all I've got for you on the central cell at the moment. I'm going to go up to the 10 cage and pencil in 1, 2, 3, 4, because that must be what make up the 10 cage. Now, the differences, well, they're not allowed to be the same. So we can't put 4, 3 in one of these vertical dominoes and 2, 1 in the other, or the differences would both be 1 and F and D would both be 1. That's not allowed. So and if it was 4 and 2 and 3 and 1, that also fails because the differences would both be 2. Right. Oh, this is good. The only way that this is going to work is if one of these dominoes is a 4-1 pair and the other is a 2-3 pair. And then the differences that are represented by E and F are 1 and 3. Now, that Binero rule told me that this might well be a parity colouring puzzle. And yes, E and F, look, they're on this group of cells. E and F have to be separating cells with different parities because they are differences of 1 and 3. Obviously, a difference of 1 is going to be connecting an even and an odd digit. I don't know which is even and which is odd, but let's give random colours. If E and F are changing parities, then we can at least colour that. Now, E down here is therefore an odd parity. Therefore, an odd parity difference. Therefore, the two digits are 1 odd and 1 even, and they add up to an even number. Since the cage total is an even number, this cell is odd. And I will be trying to work towards colouring the grid orange for odd and blue for even. This can't be a 9, so it's 1, 3, 5, or 7, which is not interesting. Okay, let's try this 28 cage. That has to have a 9 in it, and an 8, I think. If you added the next highest digits, not including an 8, 9, 7, 6, 5 would only add up to 27. So there's definitely an 8 in this. Now, 9 and 8 do not go in the same vertical domino because the difference would be 1, and that is either E or F, which is not D or C. So they're each in different dominoes. Now, the other pair of digits that go in here add up to 11. They're either 7, 4 or 6, 5. I'm just going to aid memoir this. 9, 8, 7, 4 or 9, 8, 6, 5. Okay, so you can't have, let's say it was 9, 8, 7, 4. 8 couldn't go with 7 or 9. So 8 would go with 4 and there'd be a difference of 4. And 9 would go with 7 and there'd be a difference of 2. If you had 9, 8, 6, 5, this time you can't put 9 with 6 and 8 with 5, or they would both be a difference of 3. So 9 goes with 5, which is a difference of 4, and 8 goes with 6, which is a difference of 2. That's really interesting. D and C are 2 and 4, even though I don't know how that makes the cage constituted, or which column 9 goes in, or which column 8 goes in, or what they go with when they go in one of the columns. That's really strange, but D and C are even differences of 2 and 4, and I think that means this digit is green, whatever parity green is, because there's no change with a difference of 2 or 4. Same as we go around to C, and it's probably no coincidence that those colours on the rainbow are in these two cages. Now, we've got 4 colours marked, and we have not had the difference of 8 in those cells. So, either G, H, A, or B is the difference of 8, and therefore either that pair is double odd. Oh, I was going to say that this gave us a 5th green, but actually, if odd was purple, all of these are purple, and either H or A is that 8 difference. Okay, I may have got too obsessed in my brain with the central cell being odd, which is frankly a guess, so I can't make the claim I was about to make. Okay, but we've had the differences of 1, 3 and 2, 4. These other differences are at least 5. And they are G, H, A and B. One of those is here. They're not repeated much in this puzzle. In fact, A is the only one that is repeated anywhere. This is a difference of at least 4. It's not actually that helpful. I don't know the parity of the difference. Right, parity, binero, of course. We can just start bineroing because we're not allowed a run of 3. We don't know whether green is odd or even, but we're not allowed a run of 3 of it in a row anywhere. So that's purple. These are both purple to stop there being a horizontal run of 3 here. This is purple, otherwise we'd have a run of 3 there. Now this is better, this is better, this is moving along. These are both the same because of the even total of the cage. They can be both odd or both even, but they must be the same. Those are both green to stop there being a run of 3 in the column. Oh, don't say this is going to peter out now. These can't both be purple because there would be a run of 3 purples. Therefore, one of them is green, and green is odd, and I can turn green into orange and purple into blue. And how can I use that to... Right, the 1-9 pair is 2 odds. Connecting 2 odds in this area. It's got to be those 2, I think. G has to be the 1-9 pair, the 8 difference. Now we've got 5 odds in this box. That is even. And now we get to do a bit more bineroing. Blue there to stop a run of 3. Orange here to stop a column of 3. Orange here to stop a row of 3 blue. And gradually I hope this will kind of spread outwards as we get more information. Although we don't have many more cell markings to go. However, what we do have is surely... Well, these are 3, 5 and 7, and the differences here are 2 and 4. So one of the differences is a 4 difference. I think that means this can't be 5, otherwise we'd have 2 differences of 2, as we either went round 3, 5, 7 or 7, 5, 3. Maybe I can't get any more out of it than that. Now, there's a difference of 7. And it's not F, because F is a difference in the 10 cage, where it's either 1 or 3. The difference of 7 is going to have a pair that is either 9, 2 or 8, 1. And I think that now has to go here, because it must use one of these digits, and it can't be F. It must be H. So H is the difference of 7. G is the difference of 8. There's a difference of 6 next, which can't be 7, 1 in this box, because the 1 is up there and the 7 is down here. It can't, I was going to say it can't be 2, 8, but it definitely could be down here. It can't be 3, 9, because these 9s can't link to an orange digit. So it is 2, 8. So A is the difference of 6. B must be the difference of 5, because C, D, E, F were 1, 2, 3, 4. So B is the difference of 5. And this is either 3 or 7. So now we know that this is a 5. We've got a 3, 7 pair. This is strange. I like it, this puzzle. It's very nice. Now, these remaining digits in the box are 4 and 6. The difference of E is 1. And that was going to require the 2, 3 pair on E. There we go. The 1, 4 pair is on F. That is a difference of 3. But I don't know whether that's 6, 9 or 4, 1 here. Now what about... Oh, D is a difference of 2. Oh yeah, but I don't know which digits we're combining with here. That's not actually going to help me down there, so I can't use that yet. It's not unusual for the first digit in a complicated puzzle to be a 5 in the central box, but it's very rarely not in the middle when you get that. That's quite... Oh, and the middle digit, which I confidently asserted was probably provably odd at the start, is even. So there you go. It says a lot for my assertions. Now, A is a difference of 6. That's in the 20 cage. Is this a 2-8 pair? No, because that would be a 10. It's also not a 1-7 pair, because that would be a 12. So it's a 3-9 pair, and that's an 8 in the... There's another digit. Right. That's good, because we know that these vertical dominoes, one of them includes an 8 and the other includes a 9. So we now know that the 8 is in this one and the 9 is in that one. I thought that was going to sort out this 3-9 pair, but it doesn't. Now, D is the difference of 2. C is the difference of 4. So this is an 8-4 pair, and this is therefore a 9-7 pair, and the cage total is right. D is a difference of 2. Oh, E is a known difference. It is 1. Oh, that doesn't really help. So this is either 1-2 with a 7. Oh, it can't be 2-3 with a 5. It can't be 3-4 with a 3. And it can't lead to a 1 difference. Yes, it could. It could be 5-4 with a 1 difference. So I'm wrong. So that didn't really eliminate anything that I couldn't have eliminated by looking up there. Oh, 3-9 stops us getting a 3 in the corner. So C is a difference of 4. How am I using that here? And the answer is I'm not. How should I? Oh, binero. Binero, binero, binero. Blue on the evens, orange on the odds. Now these are both odd, so we have to put even there. These are both even and must be topped with an odd. These are both odd and must be topped with an even. And we've got one of each in a sort of domino here. Now I want to get to the point where I can start adding up 5 oranges or 4 blues in a row or column, because they will be complete. This one is 4 or 6 because 2 and 8 appear in the row already. Eight, 3, 9. Have I missed some basic obviousness? That B connection. What is that? Oh, it's a 5 connection. I think I worked that out earlier. It's either 8, 3 or 7, 2. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can resolve those until we get further into the puzzle. It could turn out I've missed something there, but I don't know. I'm going to carry on regardless. 2 or 6 there. These are from 1, 3, 5. I don't really know what I'm doing at the moment. These are one of each. How does that affect the binero? Not really significantly, is my suggestion. Oh, D is a difference of 2. So these are the same colour. Well, they can't be blue or we'd have a run of 3. So those are orange and they need a blue there. We've also got these 2 being orange, so that's a blue, which I could have done by counting box 7. That's an orange in row 9 to avoid a triple. It's interesting, this. Right, that's one of each. So in this bottom row, this is one of each as well. That's not all that helpful. These are 2 even digits adding up to an even number. 7, 9, 4, 8. This is from 1, 3, 5, and this is from 2 or 6. This difference is 2. So this isn't a 9, which is not really powerful information. Okay, maybe up here. If I was to put a 4 there, I would have to make that odd. This would be a 1. I'd have to make that even. Okay, what's the C difference? That, again, is an even difference. So it's 2 digits of the same parity. I don't quite know. Come on. Let's just rededicate ourselves. We've used a lot of the cages, maybe not this one. This is 1, 4, 5, 1, 2, 7, or 2, 3, 5. Oh, this pair is one of each to count up the column. This pair is one of each as well. There are things you can do with this binero rule. What? Right, in this row, we've already got 3 evens. The 4th even cannot be in those cells because then these 2 would be odd and we'd have a run of 3 odds. So the 4th even isn't in these cells, so they're both orange. Now, that has to be blue to stop a run of 3 orange. That has to be orange to stop a run of 3 blue. That has to be blue to stop a column of 3 orange, and this is orange on the count. Then that's blue to stop a run, that's orange on the count of the column. It's funny, isn't it, how this suddenly all comes together. You get a lot of these little step functions going on. I wonder how many pentomino W's we'll have at the end of this. Anyway, this is not 3 or 9. Now, what else is going on? That's a 2-6 pair in the column because of 4-8 being here. Now I want to do something clever, like I think that was with those 3 blues. But it doesn't work here. We've got one of each there. They can't create a triple. Haven't really got 3 blues anywhere else except in this column where, again, it doesn't make any difference. So, need to think of something different now, maybe involving the coloured dots and the differences. 8, 3, 9. We've got 5 and a 7 to place up here. Okay, so in this row, that can't be even because those 3... That's not true. I was going to say those 3 would be 1, 5, 7. They would. That's absolutely true. Right. If that was even, that would be a 4. That would be 6. That would be 8. This would be an impossible 1, 5, 7 triple. So that is odd. That's a 1. That's a 4. That was probably even easier than the row 5 thing, but never mind. Now, we've still got 1 even to place up here, but now it's okay. Here... I don't know, we've got a difference of 4 between these cells. So they're not 4, 8 and they're not 3, 7. They could be, they can't be 2, 6 because that can't be a 2 and that can't be a 2. So these must involve a 5. They're either 1, 5 or 5, 9. If they're 1, 5, it's that way round. If they're 5, 9, it could be either. But they definitely involve a 5, and that cell is not a 5 now. And it's interesting stuff. It's odd that that becomes a deduction you can actually make. I do think there'll come a point in this puzzle where we'll have covered most of the grid in blue or orange, and then we'll get a digit or 2, and the rest will just flow. That's what I want to believe. Anyway, these are both odd. We do know that. Right, so that's now even to prevent a run of 3. Now we've got 1 more odd to come in this row. It can't come there or we'd have 3 evens there. So that's even. Now this is odd. And it's 1 or 5. It can't be a 7 because of this pair. That's 1 or 3. These you may not think these worth marking down. Yes, they are. Look. 3 can't be there and 3 can't be there, so 3 in the first column is there. I was going to say you may not think the pencil marks worth doing, but they sometimes bear fruit, just as they bore fruit. Now, this pair sees a 1, 9 in the row and a 3 in the box. They are a 5, 7 pair. That makes this a 1 and this a 9. And here we go. I think that might even be the tipping point we were after. That's a 5. That's 1 or 7. That's not 3, though. I don't know, maybe I'm being ambitious. I'm not. Look, where does 3 go in this row? It's got to be here. So that's orange. This cage now comes into its own. Greater than 10, this must be 8 or 9. And there'll be a way fairly soon to prove which that is, I predict. This is blue on account of the row. This is 1 of each. What have we got? One of each in this row. One of each in this column, one of each. I mean, obviously anywhere we haven't completed them. This is blue to break up a run of 3 oranges. Now I've got 3 blues in this box already. And that one is 4 or 6 because of the 2-8 pair here. So this is 2 or 8. That is 2 or 6. You might get some even action here. One of these is a 4. In fact, I know where it is by Sudoku. That's been worth doing. Good pencil marking. So that's orange. This is 4 in box 4. That's now a 6. And now I can do my rainbow. Probably I can go all around the spectrum. 6 on F is a difference of 3. So that's 9. That's 1. H was a difference of 7. So that's 8 and 2. B was a difference of, we didn't have B. B was the 5 one that didn't appear in either of these cages or in any of these. So that's a 7 and that's a 3. And this is now 4 in the middle of the grid. This pair, that is 2 or 6, so this is 8. Excellent. Now, this is good stuff. That cannot be 4 or 6, and it sees 2 and 8, so it's orange. That has to be blue to break up a run of 3. That's orange by counting the row. This, we can count the row and make it blue, actually. So these 2 are orange in the box, and we haven't created a run of 3 anywhere, which is vital. That's become a 6 since we got that 4. 4 there, 2, 6, 2, 6, 2, 6. Excellent. This is a 2-8 pair at the end of the row. This is 1 or 7 since we know it's parity. 4, 5, 9 here. Now, that can't be a 4. I don't think there's any threat of binero, but 5 or 9 there means it's orange, and now I can colour this blue to break up a run of 3 orange. That's a 6, that's orange. This is 1 or 7. I still don't know what that is. I thought that was going to come out quite quickly. This is a 1-3 pair, and I know the order. So these are from 7, 8, 9. Like that. That's a 5. C is a known difference. But it's a difference of 4. But now we've got the 1. That's a 9. There's a 1-7 pair over there. This is a 2-8 pair. Surprising number of pairs that can't be resolved, but the whole of the top row can. And now we're going to get a 6 in one of those cells. I can colour that one orange. I'm not seeing any other binero runs I have to break up. This is 3 or 5, and these are from 3, 4, 5. That can't be a 3 anymore. It also can't be a 1, so it is a 7. And the difference of D is a difference of 2, so that's a 5. Excellent. That's going to sort out lots of pairs in columns 2 and 3. Good job. 9 and 7 there. Now we're rocking. This can't be a 7. So this pair, if that's a 1, this pair, which have a difference of 1, is a 5, 4 pair. So it would go 4, 5, 1. If this is a 5, this is a 2, 3 pair, which goes 3, 2, 5. Not only do I not know what they are, I don't even know what parity these cells are. I thought I was going to learn that. That's a 5 by Sudoku now. That's now a 3, 4 pair in the row. So that pencil marking was well worth doing again. 8, 4 there. Now, no, don't know. 3, 4 pair, 5, 7. It's probably a naked single somewhere here now. That's 2 or 9. That's 8 or 9. Sorry, excuse me one moment. Nearly finished. Sorry about that. I delivered just as I was finishing. I was going to observe that this cell we're in is even. So I can now say that's an 8, I think. think. Yeah, that conclusion was fair enough. This is a 9. Sudoku might do the rest, to be honest, but I'm going to keep the colouring going. That's a naked 6. This is even, so it must be a 2. That's a 1. 6 is blue, 1 is orange. And it's putting a 5 in the corner, which is making that 2, 3, 4, 3. That's a naked 8, 1 and 6. We've got 4, 7, 9 to go in here. And that can't be a 4. Now, let's colour these up and we might see the last revelations about Binero. Double orange there needs a blue, so that is a 4 in fact. That's quite useful. This has to be orange in the column because of the 2 blues. That is just a count. That's now orange and therefore 9, and that's 7, and that's a blue 8. And this is whatever's left in the column. Oh, well, I can do these first, 7 and 1. Then that's 9, 5, 4. So we'll colour those orange and that blue. I hope I haven't made any colouring mistakes, because I think that puzzle is satisfactorily complete. Excellent. That was good fun. Okay, it will include a solution when you get to play it, and it will have been solved by more than one person. That's fabulous stuff by LJC. I really enjoyed that. It's just a nice little trip through parity and Binero. And how many of these W pentomos did we end up with? Not as many as I thought. In fact, just that one, a little staircase there. I mean, these sort of S shapes, they are traditional. Oh no, there's a W pentomos. There was a second. I mean, it's good fun. Anyway, most enjoyable. Thanks for watching us on the channel. We really take great pride in you doing so. Pleasure to be with you. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.